Good morning. How are you? Happy Wednesday. It is pouring down rain here, and the skies have just completely opened up. You'll probably hear thunder in the background, maybe see flashes of lightning, and I'm hoping I don't lose my power. So, fingers crossed. As you can see, it's kind of dark. I mean, it looks like it's the evening, but it's pretty early in the morning. Um, anyway, probably too much information for you that you don't care about. So today is Wednesday Wisdom, all about Stoicism again. And in preparation for today, I know I feel um, a lot later than I did yesterday when talking to you. There was a lot of heavy energy. There still is. Um, but even in the darkness of this storm that's going overhead for me this minute, there is, I don't know, it's kind of like the when you're in the storm, it can be a little scary and it's dark and you can't see very well, and there are things within the storm that scare you. Maybe the sound of the thunder, maybe the lightning, the vibration in the earth around you, in the air. Um, there's a lot of energy that's built up in the storm, but the storm does eventually pass. And there might be some messes to clean up from the storm. But oftentimes there's a clearing, there is a change, there's a shift that takes place, and it feels pretty metaphorically appropriate that that is happening now as I'm recording this morning message for you today. I went through some of my sites that I really love about Stoicism, and I found a few quotes. It's all Seneca today, so we're sticking with Seneca. And two in particular really jumped out, and I'm going to read two of them to you now. All cruelty springs from weakness. It is a rough road that leads to the heights of greatness. So if we take those two quotes, all cruelty springs from weakness. There's a lot of cruelty that has been happening for many, many, many years, but is really there's a spotlight that's been shining on it. Um, in the past week or so, in particular, it's really just exploded into this situation that's really gotten out of control. There's a lot of that happening right now in the global community where things have just spiraled out of control. Um, if you look back through history and in the course of history, and I wish I could cite specific historical examples, but I can't this minute. But I just remember I heard a podcast, and my biggest takeaway was, there are these moments in history where, things felt very similar to now, where things just seemed like, they were spiraling out of control. People were not in a good place. People were hurting each other, and there was anger and hatred in the air, and it was escalating. And when these things happen, similar to the pandemic, where those that sort of energy where people were getting sick and lots of people were losing their lives, um, a shift happened after that, a pretty big one, where it went from kind of like the dark ages to something a lot later and brighter. And that's what I am holding on to, is that as difficult as these times are, and we're on that rough road right now, that is leading us to the heights of greatness. That's where we all begin to see our role in this world and in the community that we're in, and that's has a ripple effect out beyond us. I think that's where we tend to get lost, is we just think it's just, oh, our little bubble, but there's so much more to it. There's so much more going on, and it's so important to recognize and remember that, and to remember that. Sorry, let me get my glasses back on. Wherever there is a human being, there is an opportunity for kindness. I'm going to say that again. Wherever there is a human being, there is an opportunity for kindness. Okay, I'm all about kindness. It's in my business name, it's in on my social media, it's all over. I'm all about it. And I truly believe that there is kindness and compassion in every single one of us. It's just whether or not we make a choice to operate from that place, to offer that to others, to ourselves. It's a choice. And the last quote I'm going to leave you with, I think is a great contemplative one. Every night before going to sleep, we must ask ourselves, what weakness did I overcome today? What virtue did I acquire? So if you think about that for a minute and just reflect on that. So every night before you go to bed, um, Joe Dispenza has two meditations, a morning and evening meditation. And the morning meditation is pretty much visioning your day, feeling into your day, and creating opportunities for yourself. And the evening meditation is reflection on your day that's passed and what you did well and what you could have done better. And this to me is the kind of a very simplified version of his evening meditation, where you are reflecting on maybe a situation that you normally would have a different reaction to. Like maybe somebody pulls out in front of you in traffic, and normally you would get so aggravated and annoyed and like yell something that they likely can't even hear and don't really even care about from your car. But instead, you lean into the feeling that may come up and just go, maybe they really were in a rush today. I'm not in a big hurry. And you reacted or responded differently. And that would be where you overcame what would be perceived as maybe a weakness. I don't know. I don't necessarily see it that way, but it gives you kind of the idea of it. And then what virtue did I acquire? So what did I do today that that made me feel good? Maybe in overcoming that weakness, you felt really great. You felt like you came from a loving, kind, compassionate place. And then I would take it one step further and take a moment or two to reflect on what you're grateful for. What happened in your day that you are grateful for? Maybe something didn't happen in your day that you're grateful for. And just take a few minutes to rest in that feeling of gratitude and let it really wash over you. I mean, it will feel so much better, and you'll be able to end your day on a high note. You'll likely be able to sleep better, and maybe start your day in a similar way. Start your day with, I'm grateful that I got 6 hours of solid sleep last night, if that's something that you struggle with. Or, I'm grateful that I have this day today because I am going to do X, Y, and Z. And you're starting off in a place of gratitude. And that is the birthplace of most things. That loving, kind, grateful heart is where the magic starts. So, yeah, Seneca, man, brilliant, brilliant, brilliant guy. These Stoic philosophers. I wish I would have known about this in college. I would have certainly taken some of these philosophy classes. I had no idea how cool it was. So, and maybe I wasn't ready for it then. At any rate, I hope you have a fabulous day. Remember, we learn from one another, so please share this with anyone that you feel would enjoy it or benefit from it. And please let me know what you think, how the Stoic philosophy is affecting your life, either in the comments or, direct message me. Love to hear from you. Always enjoy reading everyone's comments and messages. All right, I will see you here tomorrow. Bye for now.